what does he think? I got news for you. He is not thinking. And if he is thinking, he is not thinking of you. Don't try to talk to them. You can do that with your friends. I gotta tell you something very important, okay? You gotta be a little nasty, but you gotta be a lady, okay? Like, you gotta wear white. I don't know what it is. I think it's a virgin thing, I think you could be 65 years old and have 5 children and they still want to think, oh, I am the first one in there. Don't well, you know where to meet a real man, huh? Only one place, okay? Home Depot. You see a guy you like, okay? I don't care what aisle he's in, you need something in that aisle, okay? He's on the top shelf, he's right next to me, okay? You see it, you walk up, I don't care what it is, a piece of plastic, a pipe, I don't care what it is. You reach up, but you cannot reach up. You reach, and then you go, oh, and he's right there. He's right, oh, and then he's going to reach up and he's going to get it for you. And when he does, that's when you say, oh, you are so big and strong. You got him just like that. So simple. So don't go complicating things, okay? Do not talk about your personal health issues. These women going through the mental pause. And then I'm going to tell you one more thing, okay? Don't be so nice. Okay, you can say one nice thing, but then you got to slap them around a little. Then they think about you, how hot you are, and then they're going to buy you a gift. And don't kid yourself, the woman who wins is the one with the most gifts. My friend Angela. Yeah, that's really good in your 20s and your 30s, that boy sexy stuff, right? Even in your 40s. It's a tiny bit later than that for me. I refuse to say middle age because that's just so not young. I just don't want to end up like those women with cats on their sweatshirts. Apathetic, bitter over past relationships gone bad. When I'm with Bill, who is just a wonderful guy and still ready for a good run. God, I wish I was still ready for a good run. I'm afraid I'm a little like those women, the cats. I really like being on my own. I like coming home and just sharing space with the dog and the TV set once in a while. You know what I like when I come home? Silence. It's just, at this stage of the game, keeping spice in your relationship, it's like toting a barge, okay? Look at a tugboat. It's just that I've been with Bill now for a few years, and that's where things start to go south. I gotta do something, I just have to do something. I don't know, I'm living with fantasy. A fantasy. I will create a fantasy for Bill. Yes! I have done this before, just not this decade. I remember, oh my gosh, it was new. I was young. I was with Johnny. He was blonde and he looked like a California surfer, but he talked like this, that, and the other thing. He was from New York, and I told him, drive around the block twice, park the car, meet me in the bar. You don't know me, I'm a stranger. I remember, I was Paulette. From France. Just visiting this bar. I walked in and I said to the bartender, I had a burning desire to go home with a surfer. She says, what would you like? And I said, I would like to go home with a surfer. Could you buy me one? I meant to drink, she said. I would really like to go home with a surfer. That looks like a surfer down there. She says, he is a stranger. Are you crazy? She was protecting me, no? He's looking at me alone. She says, he is coming this way. Oh, I'm very excited to meet him. But even better than that, he is excited to meet me. He was expecting an American, but instead he gets me, Paulette from France. Wanting to go home with a surfer and drink pink champagne and make mad, passionate love, and then go running naked into the waves. And then he says to me, Have you ever seen the sunset into the water? Take me, Sifra. Take me to see the sunset. And then he takes my hand and we go to leave, and I say to the bartender, au revoir, Miss Bartender, and everyone in the bar is clapping for us, Paulette and her server.
Oh yeah, I remember that night. I dropped her off, and then we went to another bar. She was Rebecca of Taos. She had on chimneys. Oh, it's kind of funny. I think we circled the globe that night. We never left Santa Monica.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna create a fantasy for Bill. I just need to get in the mood. You know? So, I go in and I get out of the closet a red wig. It's a bob, short, it's hot. Just like me. A big flash of hot. Change out the jewelry. Can't have the same jewelry, you know? And I change out the perfume. Can't smell the same. I'm a stranger. In the car. I tell Bill before I go. Yell to him, he's in the shower. Bill! Bill, there's a note under the pillow. Look under the pillow, Bill. I run. Meet me at Lucy's 51. I tell him to put on the Tony the Tiger, the hat on the stuffed Tony the Tiger hat in the garage. You know, when a guy puts on a hat, it kind of changes his personality. So I get in the car, start driving. Okay, I need a name. I can't be Laurie. Lenore's Fashions. Lenore sounds like something my mother's friend. No. Sarah Street. Sarah. Too biblical. Can't get down and dirty with Sarah. Natalie Ty. Natalie. Oh, Natalie. Yes, I could wear it purple. All right, need last name. Whitsitt. Natalie Whitsitt Avenue. Natalie Whitsitt. Natalie Whitsitt. I go into the bar. There's a girl behind the bar. We start to talk. And she is so cool. And I'm telling her about Pandora Radio, and she's telling me about Spotify, and I order a little tequila, get myself a little. And we're connecting, you know, two women connecting. All of a sudden, the door flies open, and there's Bill wearing his hat. I almost forgot I was having a fantasy. So I'm sitting there, I got my sunglasses on, waiting, and I say, to the bartender, hi, I'm Natalie Whitsitt. What's your name? And she tells me, and I say, he says, I'm Bill. Fantasy. Bill, what can you Derek or Drake or Richard? So, you know, I'm starting to get, you know, I figured, well, okay, I'm waiting, you know, and at this stage, see, when you're young, it's not like who's going to pick up food. Everybody knows, you know, you just jump in. But when you're older, you're so afraid of screwing up. So I'm just waiting. Finally, I say, well, I'm getting a little hungry. And he says, well, could I get you something to eat? Okay, good. I figured, yeah, like a chip, you know, a crouton, an order of parsley. Come on, let's go. Let's go. So we ordered French fries, calamari, and a Caesar salad. Are we sleeping? We two old people sleeping in French fries. So what do you do when you're not, you know, at a bar and talking to a girl? He says, well, I'm in wide format printing. I sell wide Very good. Have been a self-made millionaire. He could have been a forensic sleuth or a politician. He could have been one of the flying Walendas. I never broke character. I kept the wig on all night long. I woke up the next day, I felt like I had swam a sick whale across the English Channel with my head. I was a failed fantasy. But not so. You know how much mileage I got out of that fantasy? A while later, I get a text from Bill. It says, I love you, Natalie Whitsitt, and I know who you are. Bill's once said, our relationship is like a friendship on fire. You know, that's a satisfied heart, isn't it? Say had to print on your wild.